Imagine a boy born in Oxford, England on January 8, 1942, exactly 300 years after the death of Galileo. His name was Stephen Hawking. As a child, he wasn't the star of his class, but he was endlessly curious. He loved building gadgets out of scrap and asking questions about the stars above. Friends called him Einstein, not because of grades, but because of the spark in his mind. That spark carried him to Oxford University at just 17, where he studied physics, and later to Cambridge, where he began exploring the deepest mysteries of the universe. But at only 21, his world changed. Doctors told him he had a rare disease, ALS, that would slowly rob him of movement, speech, even independence. They gave him just a few years to live. For a moment, he sank into darkness. But then came a choice, to give up or to fight with the strength of his mind. Stephen chose to fight. He married Jane Wilde, who stood by him, and he threw himself into science. Though his muscles weakened, his imagination soared. He could no longer walk, but his mind traveled across black holes. He could no longer speak, but through a synthetic voice, his ideas spoke louder than ever. And what ideas they were. Together with Roger Penrose, he proved that the universe began with a singularity, a point of infinite density, the Big Bang itself. Later, he stunned the world with his theory that black holes aren't prisons forever. They leak energy, tiny sparks of radiation, now known as Hawking radiation. With this, he connected the two great pillars of science, quantum mechanics and relativity. But Stephen Hawking was more than a scientist. He was a storyteller of the cosmos. In 1988, he wrote A Brief History of Time, a book that took the secrets of the universe and placed them in the hands of ordinary people. Millions read it. Many were inspired to look up at the night sky with new wonder. Through all this, his struggles never stopped. His body failed him, yet his humor, wit, and courage never faded. Life would be tragic, he once said, if it weren't funny. He laughed, he worked, he inspired, and he lived. Not for the few years predicted, but for 76 remarkable ones. When Stephen Hawking passed away in 2018 on Einstein's birthday, the world lost not just a scientist, but a symbol of resilience. His life whispered a message to us all. However difficult life may seem, there is always something you can do and succeed at. So let us remember Stephen Hawking, not for the wheelchair, not for the computer voice, but for the brilliance that refused to be silenced, and for the courage that turned struggle into triumph.